Hey, everybody, we are here to solve a debate. Okay, so I'm Alicia McPeek. This is my brother, Zach. We've been arguing and we want your help. We believe, well, we both believe this, but we took a long time to come to this conclusion that your thoughts are keeping you fat. So, Zach, I'm just going to start with my story.
All right.
Okay. So here's my story. So I was having a conversation with my husband. We've been setting intentions and looking forward to the future and making goals and plans. And I came to him with my goals and he said, basically, you could do twice what you just told me you could do. And I wanted to get angry. I was like, what do you mean? This is fantastic. Like nobody does this. Like, this is really, really good.
I am doing my best.
I'm doing my best.
That was your thought.
It was. I still believe I did believe I was doing my best, but here's the conversation that came into my head. Conversation was, okay, hold on a second, Alicia. He's challenging you, first of all, to push you to be better, which is what you want. And second of all, third, you're only limited by your own belief system. You can only do what you believe you can do. So what he's doing is expanding your belief by asking a question. And knowing everything that I know about mindset and belief, I was like, oh, we kind of chuckled at that point. I'm like, oh, I'm in a prison of my own thinking. So that's where we came up with this conversation.
So here's the debate, guys. And Alicia and I were trying to figure out what is truly limiting people with their thought process. And Alicia was saying, well, most people are doing their best. And I'm like, no, they're not. They think that they're doing their best, but your best is what you're capable of. Her distinction and my distinction are a little different because in her mind, a lot of people are doing the best with what resources that they have. I make out the best of what people have the capacity to do. So let's
argue this out online. Okay. Here's the problem. Like me, because my whole life is personal growth. I was willing to chuckle at myself and say, oh, he may have a point, but most people don't have that distinction, right? So they believe they're doing the best that they can do, right? Which is where I was before he challenged me. We really think that we're doing the best we can do. And when we're really pushing ourselves, we think we're doing really good, which is what I was doing.
And I was giggling at Alicia because I'm like, Alicia, he was right. You're so much more capable. And okay, let's pull this back to you guys. So, because in all honesty, a lot of people come into us and they're like, oh, well, I'm doing my best. I can't figure out what's going wrong. Now, to be genuine with you, if you were doing your best, you would be getting results because Alicia and I both have the belief that you are capable of getting results. My honest to God, like truth inside of all of this is the reason why you aren't getting the results that you want is one of our 5 pillars, which is having coaching and accountability towards doing your best. Literally,
which is what my husband gave me. He gave me a different perspective. He challenged my own thinking and my own belief system to push me a little bit beyond what I believe I was capable of, which is what we're talking about here.
And, Alicia had all of like one person in 30 some odd years of coaching ever say, hey, I eat like crap. I need some help. Mm-hmm. Well, I've had hundreds of people say that to me. And one of the things I really have, Alicia, I promise. I'll even say this though. I like just this weekend, just today, I had a client who I looked over her food log. In fact, that was our check-in this week is really getting on top of the food and being genuine and honest about where we should be hitting. So what we do is we set parameters for our coaching clients. And those guys, I'm telling you right now, the parameters work every damn time. Mm-hmm. People are either lying on their nutrition plan or they are underestimating what they're eating and not logging appropriately. It's really one of those two things. But, you know, she comes in, she's like, well, you know, I'm 40 now, I'm eating really well. And I look through, I go, you're eating exactly like I've asked you to do. Yes, 100%. Okay, let me take a look. She wasn't. She was falling short of her protein goal by about 40 grams per day, which is like, it's a quarter of what she should be, a quarter less than what she should be eating, which is a lot. And she, instead of vegetables with every meal, she's having one veggie meal daily. And usually it's kind of like a garnish on top of something. It's not half of her plate. So, you know, I'm like, but this, here it is. And she looked at it and she goes, oh, yeah, you're right. That is it. She wasn't doing her best. Her perception was she was doing what she thought, but she wasn't stretching and pushing herself to hit those marks. And that's what coaching, accountability, and having people around you, not yes people, but people that are truly vested in your results with the knowledge of what it takes to get there, but also the knowledge of what you have the capacity to be able to do. We know what you're able to do. We know how to push you to your best. But that's a thing. Most people don't know how to push themselves to their best. Most people don't know like what their best should even be. So again, let's kind of wrap this up and pull this around. The reason why we do a coaching and accountability is without it, guys, listen, the Olympics are going on right now. Every Olympian has multiple coaches for a reason. You're talking about the best in the freaking world being bossed around and told what to do by other people because they trust their expertise, because they know that they cannot get their best without being held accountable, without a set of outside eyes seeing it and pulling them together and honing them into the machine that they need to be. But it's this, it isn't just Olympians. We're talking about everyone needs that in their life. Alicia and I both have coaches. Alicia and I both hold each other accountable. Alicia is about to say something and I'll shut up and let her talk.
I wanted to add hold of space for you, because in the case of my situation with my husband, it can be any situation. First of all, you have to have people who believe in you. And one of the things, funny enough, Zach, he referred it back to as being a really good trainer. He said, like, one more rep, you can do another rep, like, you know, because he's worked out his whole life and he's experienced that having trainers push him. You're one of his trainers. He's pushed him beyond his limiting belief capabilities. And in this situation, and the best thing I like about our program is we're not just talking about weight loss here, guys. We're talking about prepping you for life. What we do teaches you to become better in every area of your life. And I don't care if it's us, and I don't care if it's you, and I don't care if it's somebody else. You need to find somebody who that will hold that space for you and stretch your mental abilities to believe in what you're capable of. And just really, I mean, I don't know if I can say any more than that. Just hold that space for you and push yourself beyond your limiting beliefs, because we all have them. I definitely had them in this conversation in a big way. And it's just ask yourself some different questions, or get somebody else to ask you different questions. One of the things you can do yourself without hiring a coach is ask yourself a different question. Is this all I'm capable of? Is this what I'm really limited to? Can I only be this fit? Can I only lose this amount of weight? Can I only be this healthy?
And then answer no.
Well, I mean,
answer no.
Okay.
You can be better. There's always room for improvement.
Of course there is. Yeah, absolutely.
There's always room for improvement.
Mm-hmm.
The real question is, do you want it, and are you prepared to follow through? That's the real question.
All right, guys, we are the founders and co-creators of the Midlife Metabolic Mastery Program and Midlife Metabolic Accelerator free 7-day challenge, which begins again on August 16th. Please drop info below if you'd like to know more about that. Otherwise, lose fat, not faith over 40, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye, guys.